Let's talk about the 6 women, including Katy Perry, that claimed to have gone to space on the 14th of April this year. And that journey has sparked a lot of controversy. Let's have a look.
Got it? 1, 2, 3, take it up space! Tamir's in space! Behind you, look. It's okay. Leave Flynn up there. Flynn behind you, look.
Flynn, I gotcha. I gotcha, Flynn.
Gotcha. Proud of you, Flynn.
Flynn, count.
Oh, the moon! You guys, I will have to tell you, look at the moon. That's amazing.
Wow, look at the blue
Oh
line.
my gosh. Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh my That's our pink moon. Okay. Now it's time to look out. Oh my gosh. So much. Oh my gosh. Whoa. That's amazing.
Doors opening in the wrong direction to the duration of the joyride being too short. Some claims have gained thousands of likes and shares online, so we've brought in an expert to explain. Touching down in Texas, kicking up plumes of dust.
Congratulations and welcome back to Earth.
The all-female flight, starring Katy Perry and TV personality Gayle King on board Bezos' 6-seater Blue Origin, could be described as a roaring success, lasting a total of 11 minutes. But it's this moment that's caught the attention of conspiracy theorists. The hatch opening from the inside, minutes before Bezos uses a tool to open it. Here's the audio.
You didn't really close it again.
The argument online is that a pressure-proof hatch shouldn't be able to open so easily from the inside.
Doors are also on spacecraft able to be opened both by the inside and the outside. This is a very common trait, and that is for safety reasons.
So, was the entire spaceflight staged, or were they just waiting for the cameras? After all, the event had no shortage of theatrics.
From what the reporter said, it's clear that people are saying it's staged and it was fake. Not just from what she said. Going on TikTok, people had a lot to say. Some people have taken time out to observe the video closely, and they've been able to come up with questions and reasons why they don't believe what they've been told about the space travel. Let's have a look at some videos.
Okay, is it fake? Is it fake? What's that? Jeff Bezos' plastic doll. Let's do this again. Jeff Bezos' plastic doll girlfriend
240 seconds.
falls in zero gravity. Oh, do we see that? She just fell in zero gravity. But watch, even before, you'll see it.
The blue line.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. That's our pink.
You'll start to see the fall. Right there. You see it start to fall. Now, here comes the fall. How do you fall in zero gravity? Oh, see? Oh, it even cracks her head. It's fake as can be. She's floating. Well, Jeff Bezos must be all the silicone. It has gravity in silicone, I guess.
Something is definitely not adding up. And I'm going to be the one to say it. Somebody got to be lying. I was watching the live footage from when the capsule came from space. Y'all going to see it too. But somebody that was in the capsule opened the door, opened the hatch from inside the capsule, y'all. So when the door opened from the capsule, a lady that was standing by Jeff Bezos ran over to the door and said something, probably like, don't do that. You can't do that. It's showing. Don't open it. Don't open it. But it was already too late, y'all. It was on live feed. But you know, they still had to try to play it off somehow. So the people from the live crew that was talking was like, Jeff Bezos is about to open the door from the outside. He about to open the hatch. And then Jeff Bezos went over there with some little key or whatever. And then he act like he was opening the door when we all just seen that the door opened from the inside. That's not supposed to happen. You cannot open that capsule from the inside. It's pressurized. It's closed from the outside and locked and sealed. So how did they open it? Somebody on that jump opened it. So you mean to tell me they got blasted up in space
I do get their point, yeah. I get the point they're making. And if you take it back to high school, for those of us that did not further to study physics, we were taught about zero gravity, weightlessness, and all that when you go to space. And I know there's something called free fall. So I really cannot say that the observations are accurate. We need to hear from experts, honestly, for us to come to that conclusion. Because obviously, I did see her fall and I did see the other person float. But there's also something called free fall. And they also talk about orbiting, you understand? Even if they say it's zero, it's not completely zero gravity. Yeah, you can do some research on that. Let's watch more videos. Some people were also of the opinion that how can they claim to have gone to space but they don't have the appropriate gears on? Let's watch more videos.
Can I ask our brand new astronauts a question? Where's their partially pressurized suit and parachute pack? Where are their helmets? Where are their protective gloves? I don't see any of this but a bunch of dolled up hair, which would have never had a helmet on it. They catapulted into space, rocketed into space with no protective gear on, going at speeds faster than an airplane. And you mean to tell me that all of this right here is real? Yeah, not buying it. Not at all. Because there's no way any of this is real. If you're really an astronaut, you would have all the protective gear and protective covering to make sure your body is shielded from the enormous pressure you're going to be going through going up into space. Not buying this Blue Origin.
Nobody's buying that Katy Perry and them went to space. Look what they went to space in. Hey, what's going to protect them from the harsh conditions of space? Oh! Look, first problem I noticed.
I have to tell you, look at the moon.
Look at that itty bitty tiny moon. No one thought to check the time and date and find out that the moon would be on the other side of the globe. They're launching from here and somehow seeing the moon from all the way over there? ChatGPT, is that possible?
If we assume that the Earth is a globe, then if you travel straight up from New Mexico at 9:30 a.m. on April 14th, 2025, the Earth will block your view of the moon because it's on the opposite side of the planet. No matter how high you go, whether in a plane or in space, you won't be able to see the moon unless you're far enough above the Earth's curvature and in the right position relative to the moon's location.
It's like it's local and just so far away that it's little. Also, here's the patch that they all wore, and you see the rocket ship and the girls' faces. And you flip it upside down and it's a Baphomet head. Not only that, but look at these hands holding torches here. What does that represent? Maybe the light bearer himself, Lucifer. In the occult, the holding of the torch, it represents enlightenment, knowledge, or divine wisdom, which the Masonic occult believe Lucifer is the bringer of. And we won't get into how the Statue of Liberty possibly is Lucifer, but we will get into how they opened the capsule before Mr. Bezos came up to unlock it. And I love this meme. There's a shuttle from space coming through the atmosphere, right? And it caught on fire and it's all crazy and they gotta wait for it to depressurize and all that. Look at that, pristine, just perfectly clean, perfect, no harm done. My mom actually posted this meme the other day. So after this video, are you safe from believing that Katy Perry went to space in a rocket today?
It's clear that people are in disbelief. People are refusing to accept that they actually went to space. Going on TikTok, I found more videos, more people observing closely and pointing out things that they feel like, nah, it's not possible, it's staged. People believe more that it's fake, like I already said, it's staged, than them actually going to space. But how do we explain them taking off? Some people said they went to a place where a man also went to in 2012. But we'll be getting to that clip very soon. Let's watch more clips on the observation that people made.
Something right now, you are officially an astronaut.
If going to space for 11 minutes makes you an astronaut, then probably I'm a scientist. Did Katy Perry really went to space? Now let's take a look at the daisy that she's holding. In a microgravity environment, the plant tissues will be deformed or even collapse due to the lack of support or having low temperature or strong radiation. The daisy flower would be dehydrated and may be discolored by any minutes or will shrink, even half of it in space, and will always be appear deformed. This Katy Perry Perry astronaut thing, it is all a show shot, just like what they did to the moon landing. And it is mainly a publicity campaign. And do the entire live show, and that's on the studio, using a simulated capsule that is owned by Jeff Bezos, which is a Blue Origin company. If you're a normal person who loves being into space, would you face the entire camera or looking at the entire Earth? Now, on their landing video, if you are in any flight or any airline perhaps, traveling inbound and outbound, the security and the door lock of any airline there is massive and built in a stronghold material, probably like metals.
They can't, and here's why. They'd have to be able to lift about 25,000 pounds because once this door gets pressurized in flight, it's 9 pounds per square inch, and it's got bolts that attach to the inside pins, actually, that hold that door closed. Now, what about on the ground? Well, above 80 knots, when the airplane accelerates, those pins activate, and that door can't be opened by anybody, even on the ground. Below 80 knots, there's an emergency and you need to get out? Yeah, absolutely. You just flip the handle, and the door opens up, the slide goes out, and out you go. Now you know.
Just like a vacuum chamber, comparing it to the space shuttle that Katy Perry and the girls were using. The flimsy door that cannot even withstand 30,000 feet and open like a Fisher-Price kids' playhouse. All pressure doors are opens out. You all know that? Open inward, then swing out. This is only a marketing for the Blue Origin company, just like the marketing of Nubin. And you probably see it online where they put something in here and their eyes turns to, you know what I mean. Katy Perry going to space for 11 minutes only to look at the camera and show Daisy. This is Rose, by the way. A carefully but not careful enough reality show. It is a big scam. Lauren Sanchez has breast implants. Space is a high vacuum environment. Breast implants would burst, especially under such conditions. And with 360 panoramic windows. Now, if you have the basic knowledge about what real space is, all capsules need to endure immense pressure just to maintain its structure. And that's basic science. Capsules generate a lot of heat and probably would be scorched and even sparking, but they landed completely clean and no signs of burning. Have you seen the Apollo? Yeah, that capsule. Katy Perry goes to space, spends more time on camera instead of looking out. This 11 minutes to space cost $28 million just to show us the Daisy flower and her concert event on the butterfly thing. It's like a team of Kardashians in space. What if they all use that money for something good? To feed people who suffer starvation and famine. But again, it's the Baphomet. Baphomet only create destructions and chaos. And even the logo of their suit, that's a Baphomet. And kissing the earth after 11 minutes in space or 11 minutes in the studio. I would rather leave in the ocean for good. If there is a lot of people who believe this shit, I'm already late. Any update of Katy Perry, just let me know or tag me below. Thank you. Salam alaikum.
Am I the only one that caught this? Check this out. All right, so here is a picture of the pod that landed safely on Earth after the 11-minute space travel with the all-female astronauts. Clearly this hand looks very shiny, and to me it looks like a dummy. And if you can see, there is a visible clear white vertical stripe down the outfits that they were wearing, or according to this. Check this out. Huh. A picture of the group, and what do you know? No white stripe. Anywhere.
No one realizes that Katy Perry's kiss on the ground exposed the space trip as a carefully planned reality show. When Katy returned from space and kissed the ground, she acted as if she'd been through a long, tough journey. But in reality, the whole trip lasted only 11 minutes. Many people found her behavior exaggerated, thinking it was all just for show. Their doubts are not unfounded. Many details reveal this was actually a big scam. First, Lauren Sanchez, who was also on the flight, has had breast implants. Space is a high vacuum environment, and breast implants usually burst under such conditions. Yet, she returned unharmed. Next, the space capsule they were in had nearly 360-degree panoramic windows. Anyone with basic knowledge knows that space capsules need to endure immense pressure. To maintain structural strength and sealing, it's impossible to have such large windows. This defies basic science. Moreover, when the capsule re-enters the atmosphere, it generates a lot of heat. Normally, the capsule surface would be scorched, even sparking, but theirs was completely clean, with no signs of burning. These details make us question if this space trip was just a publicity stunt for Katy. Do you think they really went to space?
It's obvious the masses are not taking it in and keeping quiet. They're speaking up and saying we can't be fooled, we're not stupid. This is just a stunt, it's a publicity stunt. There's something they're advertising. I don't know what it is. I don't know if they're trying to advertise what Katy Perry has, or is it what Jeff Bezos has, or is it the Blue Origin they are trying to advertise? I have no idea. But like I said, people are not taking this. Have you seen the device that they've been running a huge ad campaign on? The Nubian, that once they put it on your face, your eyes turns the other way, it goes the different color. I don't know how that was done, but to be honest with you, I don't believe that is real. It's just something made from editing or something made in the studio. It's not real. And same as what we are seeing here right now, because if you decide to compare people that have actually been to space before, that's if people have actually gone to space, that's what they've told us over the years, people have been to space and all that. I don't know what to believe anymore. In this planet Earth, people can come up with stories and make it look so real, make you believe it, but of course you've not been there before, so it's so easy for you to believe. Do you get? So like I said, I don't know if people have actually been to space before. I have videos of people comparing people that claim to have actually been to space, and it looks so real to what these people did. Let's have a look at those videos.
Got it? 1, 2, 3.
I think that you have a good technique, good pressure, normal breathing after about 15 seconds, using the...
Take up space!
Okay. Keep the pressure, keep it on top, free. Keep up the good work, Laszlo. Nice job. 10 seconds. 3 seconds, yeah. Breathing normal, more or less. Just make sure you keep your legs and butt, stomach strained all the time. 20 seconds. 25. And there we go down again.
It's okay. He's went up there.
Can prove that the moon landings are fake with the logic, not having to look at any video clip or any picture. Today, with 5 decades better rockets and computers, the farthest that NASA can send an astronaut into space is only 1,000th the distance to the moon. So what they're really claiming, Danny, is that back in 1969, when all of NASA's computers combined had 1/1,000,000th the computing power of a cell phone, they sent astronauts ahead of schedule on the first attempt 1,000 times farther than they can do today with 50 years better technology. So what they're actually saying is, for the first time in the history of the world, technology was greater in the past than in the future, which is impossible, which means they faked it. It's amazing. The truth is right there. And people have made a god out of this, and they refuse to see the truth.
Right now, we are on to the moon landing. People have come to the conclusion that the moon landings are fake. That was something that was created in a studio just to deceive people. My question is, what then do they stand to gain? Do they get paid when they claim to do something they didn't do? Or maybe it's the recognition, the fame, the awards that comes with it, obviously those things, because they add feathers to your cap. As humans, we have to be careful of the things we are being told, because people are desperate, especially when it comes to the food we eat, the medications we take in. I don't want to deviate. Let me just stay on topic. I don't want to deviate. But what I'm saying here is this. People have the tendency of lying to deceive people. And this habit we've seen in display over the years and decades. Not because someone claims to be a scientist means that everything he says is true. Let's watch the next video.
I'm not sure why people don't understand this. So the Blue Origin trip, they did not go to space, okay? They went to the same area of space that a guy in 2012 with a Red Bull suit went to, somebody named Baumgartner or something, and he skydived, okay? So they didn't actually leave Earth. They didn't get to the part to where they had to re-enter space or re-enter the Earth and go through that heat that you see happens when like the space, shuttle comes in. They didn't go that high. So really all they did was just go a little bit higher than a plane. I mean, a lot higher than a plane. But again, they didn't leave Earth. They didn't really go into outer space. So this idea that they were like up in space and like it was such an amazing thing. No, it never had. They never got that high. So, and Blue Origin isn't meant to like go do a loop around the Earth. It's literally just meant to go higher than an airplane. That's it. That's all it's designed to do. So when everyone's like, wow, why don't they have these kind of suits on and all this? It's because they didn't get that high. They didn't get to the place to where they would need all the oxygen and the suits and all that because they literally did not really go to space.
What was the scariest moment of the journey?
Scariest? It didn't happen. It could have been scary.
Has nobody been to the moon in such a long time?
Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened.
I remember my parents waking me up, and we went down and we watched you guys land on the moon.
No, you didn't.
What?
You watched animation.
This goes out to all the non-believers. Why is the guy who apparently landed on the moon saying that he didn't land on the moon? Why is he going to downplay one of the greatest achievements of this century? And you say we're the ones that are crazy, but you refuse to believe man that apparently has actually been there, saying that no, it's not true, we didn't go there. Who's the crazy one really? Some people will literally believe anything that's put on the television set. Just take it as gospel truth.
This goes to show that you don't have to believe everything you're being told. Even if the person tells you that they have the best degree regarding being a scientist, the highest degree, they went to the best school of science, you don't have to believe everything. Human beings have ulterior motive. The way we have the pharmaceutical companies, industries, I don't want to go down there, honestly. I'm just being careful here. Anyways, yeah, you just have to be careful. And I'm not even going to say that you should carry out a research and find out for yourself. There's some certain research you can't carry out because you need materials. Where do you get those materials from? If someone claims that they've been to space, how do you prove they've not been to space? You also have to go to space, and it's not possible for everyone to go to space. It's not even possible for, I don't know if it's possible, but they claim it's possible. People have gone to space. That's okay. It's not possible for everyone to go to space. So when you're being told things that you really can't research and prove yourself, just have an open mind towards it. Don't take it in and run with it, especially things that have to do with science. Don't take things in and run with it. People are desperate in this world we live in. People are desperate. People are hungry for fame. People are hungry for recognition. Just be careful.